Last week, Medina Hospital elevated into General Hospital status. Governor Bambi Emano pays tribute to former President Benigno Aquino III. Hingog City Vice Mayor Peter Onabia ardently supports Governor Bambi Emano's governance. Good morning, Misamisnons Oriental. Here's Governor Bambi Emano's accomplishment report for the 4th week of June 2021. Cascading events for Monday sets the defining tone for the entire week, a refinement of Governor Bambi Emano's health programs. Let's hear details from Raymark Semania.
Jing Monday is full of health-related stories and efforts of the provincial government as the Provincial Health Office continues to provide services for our constituents amidst the COVID-19 crisis. On Monday, after the successful virtual flag-raising ceremony hosted by the Provincial Early Childhood Care and Development, Provincial Veterinary Office Head Dr. Benjamin Resma reported 2 new active cases of African swine fever at Purok Jes Tuod and Sitio Mariposa, Cabalantian in Manticao, Misamis Oriental. ASF remains to be present in 6 municipalities, 1 city, and in 44 barangays in the province. Fortunately, there were no reported unusual hog mortalities received for the past weeks. However, Zone 1 and Zone 6 Upper Santa Ana, Purok 7 Zone 2 Katipunan, Poblacion A Quezon, Sitio Mingkapis Dumakait, and Sitio Mananum Taluzan all in Balingasag were the identified areas under investigation. For his update on livelihood project, 13 farmers in Opol, 19 farmers in Initaw, and 28 farmers in Libertad were set to receive the Dock Layer Production Livelihood Project, while 15 farmers in Manticao have already undergone project briefing, and City of El Salvador and Municipality of Alubihid were the identifying MLGU beneficiaries. Lastly, on his report, Provit had highly encouraged hog farmers to visit their Municipal Agriculture Office for enrollment to the Department of Agriculture, Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation or PCIC, as the indemnification payout for every pig that contracted ASF will be doubled from 5,000 pesos to 10,000 pesos. On his COVID-19 update, Dr. Jerry Kalingasan, the provincial IATF chief, reported that the Delta variant from India is 60% more transmissible in indoors and up to 40% transmissible outdoors, causing surge in the US, UK, China, Indonesia, and in 80 other countries including the Philippines with 13 reported cases. With this, the IATF chief said that although vaccines seem to prevent severe diseases, he believes that wearing face mask, face shield, and physical distancing is still effective because only when the people are fully vaccinated that vaccines work well. He also recognized the border control as the biggest challenge posed by the Delta variant, which made him to call for an order to strictly implement border restrictions and measures around the province. Still on this day, in support to the Rest Bakuna campaign of the Department of Health, among the 808 patients who were screened by the Provincial Health Office doctors, 797 individuals successfully got their first dose of Pfizer vaccine. To show their commitment in championing the health of everyone, PHO attended to a sickly patient and had her evaluation and vaccination inside their vehicle. Also, PHO Clinic attended to 42 patients including employees who exhibited influenza-like illnesses, those requesting provisions of medical clearance, and given interventions to those who experienced side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine. And for its mental drug-induced psychosis program, 37 patients were given service. In every step of his way, Governor Bambi Emano never leaves the health of Misamisnons behind. It is in his time when the Misamis Oriental Provincial Hospitals and its services were improved and delivered, all for the people he serves. Raymark Semania, PIO.
An onrush of social services by PSWD leaves a strong mark for Tuesday's events. To present all vantage points, here's Reggiana Mormaygay.
Yes, Jing. A salutation received by Misamis Oriental's Governor Bambi Emano as Hingog City Mayor Caniosa and Vice Mayor Senior Pedro Onabia expressed their support as the governor leads the province in awe of the numerous accomplishments through the years. On Tuesday, June 22, 2021, driven with a strong commitment in advancing team-spirited goals on leading the province of Misamis Oriental, Hinguog City Mayor Eric Caniosa, together with Vice Mayor Peter Sr. Pedro Onabia, saluted the governorship of Governor Bambi Emano. As the governor reflected various accomplishments, they collaboratively vowed to support him all throughout his term. For such reason, Hinguog City Vice Mayor Onabia already foretold that he will fully assist in advancing the agricultural ventures of Governor Bambi, which will surely mirror a flourishing aspect of tourism. The mentioned two officials who became part of Governor Bambi Emano's progressive journey in the political world are just two of the witnesses of how the governor leads vigorously that have resulted to increase in livelihood and uplifted the lives of all Misamisnons. On the same day, the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office, headed by Mr. John Laymar Abella, gave their relentless service as they successively turned over financial and livelihood assistances. First, to the 27 porters designated at Laguindingan Airport in Laguindingan, Misamis Oriental, who received a total worth of 67,500 pesos with 2,500 pesos each of the beneficiary. On the same way, the beneficiaries conveyed their utmost thanks to Governor Bambi Emano, who didn't hesitate nor neglect seeing their current situation having been affected with the crisis brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Through a letter of request, so with a letter of gratitude, the said porters were hopeful to revive their income-generating job once flights or travels will be back to normal again. Secondly, to affected families due to fire incident living in Barangay Lumbia, Cagayan de Oro City, were extended help by the provincial government of Misamis Oriental through a total worth of 40,500 pesos financial assistance. On the same way, reflecting his leading with no bias and regardless of prejudice, the governor stayed true to his words to cater everyone in need with the best of his capability. Thus, in arising from the economic challenges of today, Governor Bambi Emano remains resilient while his constituents significantly uphold submission and dedicated service. Regina Moratonel Maygay, PIO.
For Wednesday, the Misamis Oriental Provincial Library ran down the entire province for delivery of essential materials. To give the report, here's J.O. Denke.
Yes, Jing. On Wednesday, great things happened with the full support of Governor Bambi Emano for the formers PSWDO and Miss Or Live.
On Wednesday, Governor Bambi Emano did a ceremonial turnover of 6.29 million pesos for the first batch of indemnification from the Department of Agriculture. This catered the 343 ASF affected farmers who are grateful to the provincial government's effort on uplifting their livelihood to a much better condition. Present were Assistant Secretary for Agribusiness and Marketing ASEC Christine Y. Evangelista, Regional Executive Director DA10 Carlene C. Collado, and a Regional Technical Director for Operations RTD Carlota S. Madriaga. Also on Wednesday, the provincial government of Misamis Oriental through the Provincial Social Welfare Development Office or PSWDO conducted an interview assessing the needs of the 27 former rebels situated at 58th Infantry Di Malulupig Battalion in Poblacion Claveria, Misamis Oriental. This avenue provides them the opportunity to be enrolled on Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program or ECLIP of President Rodrigo Duterte. To sum it up, the Misamis Oriental Provincial Library Office is grateful for the newly issued card by Governor Bambi Emano. As a result, 2 boxes of books were delivered directly to the Lugait Municipal Public Library on Wednesday, June 23, which was received by Mr. Cedric Daita, Lugait SB Secretary, and Ms. Mirasol Montesilio, Library in charge. Books from the Office of the National Library of the Philippines or NLP and through the Office of the Provincial Library were successfully handed over to the Lugait Municipal Public Library. Annually, the NLP office conducts programs for public libraries throughout the Philippines, and one of the programs is to allocate and distribute books to sailing constituents. According to Ms. Cheche Pahara, Provincial Librarian, one of the orders of Governor Bambi Emano to actively support and participate in the programs of the National Library of the Philippines. GYVBE PIO.
For Thursday, Governor Bambi Emano and the entire Misamis Oriental unites with the nation in paying tribute to former President Benigno Aquino III. For more information, here's Jebsen Patlunag.
Yes, Jing. Thursday starts in a desolate mood but ends in a celebratory way.
The day starts with the unexpected death of former President Benigno Simeon Noynoy Aquino III. His death was due to a renal disease secondary to diabetes. Governor Bambi Emano expressed his deepest condolences to the Aquino family on the passing of the former president and called on the Filipino people to set aside political differences and pay respects to a leader who had given his all to serve the Philippines. Moving forward, the Provincial Veterinary Office conducted another round of free spay and neuter operation for cats and dogs, this time at Barangay Quimaya, Villanueva, in coordination with the Villanueva Municipal Agriculture Office. 39 cats and dogs were operated with the goal of preventing overpopulation of stray cats and dogs, thus preventing any escalation of rabies cases in Misamis Oriental. Later in the day, Provet picked up 110 heads of free-range chicken at the Research Center for Upland Development in Dangkagan, Bukidnon, and delivered it to farmer beneficiaries in the province for the establishment of breeder farms. This will then be the source of free-range chicken to be distributed soon to ASF-affected farmers in Misamis Oriental. In the municipality of Taguluan, the Provincial Governor's Extension Office reports the commencement of the construction of Rosario Elementary School's covered court. Rosario Elementary School is in need of a covered court to serve multiple functions, primarily as an activity area for the students. Through Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe, Governor Bambi Emano swiftly answered the school's request, further advocating for a conducive learning environment for children. In another story, after the implementation of the new work-from-home attendance and accomplishment monitoring system mobile application for Android phones, the Provincial Management Information System Office received several queries from employees of the provincial capital who are iPhone users. In order to resolve all the queries, PMIS headed by Engineer Bernardino Jun Balo Jr. developed a new system intended for iPhone users in a span of a week. This system has the same functions and interface with the mobile application and can be accessed by inputting this URL in a web browser on their mobile phones, preferably Google Chrome. This development is important in order to make the system accessible not only to Android users but for everyone in the provincial government of Misamis Oriental who are implementing skeletal workforce in their respective offices. To continue, the Human Resource Management Office, headed by Ms. Jessica B. Galindo, transmitted 12 PGMO appointments to the Civil Service Commission for approval and attestation. The said attestation is required to assure compliance with the civil service laws. That is, the appointee is qualified to the position he is appointed to. Once attested, all appointments will be released and shall be personally given to the above-mentioned employees through HRMO. In another story, Mr. William Reintegrado, an employee of the Assistant Provincial Administrator's Office, extended his heartfelt thanks to Governor Bambi Emano who helped him acquire a new hearing aid. Mr. William Reintegrado has been suffering from hearing loss for quite some time and has long been seeking for a hearing aid to be able to fully participate and communicate in his daily activities. As a result, with the help of Assistant Provincial Administrator Carol Lim Kaidek, he sent a letter to Governor Bambi Emano to ask for help. Upon receiving his letter, the governor took immediate action and through the joint efforts of various offices, Mr. Reintegrado was provided with a hearing aid. His hearing aid provides immeasurable support as his hearing loss no longer impedes in his daily tasks. Mr. Reintegrado further added that he will work respectfully and diligently because this is the only way he can pay Governor Bambi Emano for his help. And lastly, for Thursday, President Duterte signed Republic Act 11565 designating Medina Hospital as a general hospital under its new name, the first Misamis Oriental General Hospital. Under its new status, the hospital will no longer be an extension hospital of the Northern Mindanao Medical Center and will now be managed by the Department of Health. As a result of this development, the budget and bed capacity of the hospital will increase, which will result in the full provision of comprehensive medical services as a general hospital and no longer just as a primary health care hospital. It is expected that a rapid expansion of its facilities, along with the establishment of new clinical departments, will occur soon. The rise in hospital status was initiated in Congress by Congressman Christian Anabia in support of Governor Bambi Emano's health programs and projects. Jebson Patlunag, PIO.
Care for the environment and continued preservation of public health encapsulates Friday. To amass the details, let's have Danny Abshama Jr.
Yes, Jing. As COVID-19 continues to become a threat in our health system,
the provincial government of Misamis Oriental never becomes complacent in the fight against this virus as disinfection continues to transpire in provincial capital offices.
On Friday, the Provincial Veterinary Office conducted a disinfection of the National Commission on Indigenous People Region 10 office. This is in response to the request of the NCIP office to conduct disinfection. With COVID-19 cases continuing to rise, disinfection activities will definitely be a great help. Additionally, on Friday, under the technical vocational courses of Scholar Bambi Scholarship Grant Program of Governor Bambi Emano, 21 IKNB scholars finished Shielded Metal Arc Welding NC1 on this day. Asia Pacific Technical Skills Development Center Incorporated is the school and provider of the vocational course where the scholars went through 34 days of training. The graduation ceremony happened at the Provincial Governor's Extension Office. Present in the event were Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe, Jose Ray A. Lagrito Jr., School President Oliver Villanueva, Vice President for Internal and Finance, and J. Andrew Pamplona, Head Trainer and Facilitator. Subsequently on Friday, the Provincial Governor's Extension Office held the graduation rites for IKNB scholars who finished the 266 hours of skills training at Asia Pacific Technical Skills Development Center Incorporated for Shielded Metal Arc Welding Skills Training from May 10 to June 24, a technical skills training funded and supported by Governor Bambi Emano through the Scholar Bambi Technical Vocational Courses program. 19 scholars graduated and were awarded with their National Certificate 1 or NC1 Scholar Bambi at Asia Pacific Certificates. The graduation was attended by Asia Pacific Technical Skills Development Center Incorporated School President Mr. Jose Ray Lagrito, Vice President Oliver Villanueva, Trainer and Facilitator J. Andrew Pamplona, and Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe. Also present at the event was Ms. Jairo Lou Silus, the IKNB Misamis Oriental Head. The scholars could not contain their happiness and were grateful for this opportunity to be able to learn new skills and to be able to take jobs as they are qualified to work. Danny Vertudazo Bshama Jr., PIO.
The convergence of accomplishments by various departments overwhelms the week as Governor Bambi commands a synchronous dispensation of support for all Misamisnons. To give the concerted report, here's Queen Exclamador.
To report the allied events for the entire week, let us go by the books from here on. To start with, Scholar Bambi had its release of educational assistance for second semester school year 2020 to 2021 to its select chapters with 2,500 pesos for each beneficiary. Here too are the following IKNB chapters who received their educational assistance: Claveria, Hingoog, El Salvador, Medina, Talisayan, and Kinugitan. The said event started on June 24 and will last until today, June 27, 2021, in accordance to the Provincial IATF's strict implementation of health protocols. Pursuant to this event, the following chapters received their allotted amount for their distribution. Claveria chapter with 14 recipients amounting to 35,000 pesos. Alongside is Hingoog City chapter with 275 recipients amounting to 702,500 pesos. Since Hingoog City is under MSCQ, IKNB assured that the distribution is by cluster divided into 4 venues. Simultaneously, the distribution went on to June 25 and 27 at El Salvador City, Medina, and Talisayan. El Salvador City has 46 recipients with an amount of 115,000 pesos. Medina with 68 recipients with an amount of 172,500 pesos. Talisayan with 104 recipients with an amount of 260,000 pesos. In conclusion, for June 27 is Kinugitan chapter with 92 IKNBs with an amount of 230,000 pesos. Still on the same week, another milestone is established as the Provincial Governor's Extension Office brought back its operations after almost a 2-week shutdown it went through due to the rising cases of COVID-19 in the municipality of Taguluan. During the course of the week, people swarmed the office for its 3-in-1 services when it opened on Monday, June 21, 2021. Immediately, it catered to 15 clients providing death assistance such as free embalming, coffin and transportation with 265 chairs and 15 tents borrowed provided to various clients. The 3-in-1 program certainly assisted thousands of people. Thanks to Governor Bambi Emano, and without a doubt, in the hearts of the Misamisnons, Governor Bambi is the true champion. Reliably, the Health Office, headed by Dr. Maria Bibina Tagarda Casino, catered to a whopping 280 clients for the entire week, averaging 60 clients per day, hoping to be medically checked up and be given free medicines. As for the emergency services, the ambulance catered to 101 patients as they are transported to their destinations. Also, the Finance Department extended 30 medical bill assistance and 25 financial assistance to those who visited the office. After the short hiatus, the office is officially back on track, and the staff at the Provincial Governor's Extension Office is beyond happy to be back serving the community. Accordingly, this week didn't falter to prove the progress of the province, as Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe voluntarily helped the Provincial Governor's Extension Office. Attorney Nadia turned over 8 culverts to the residents of Barangay Kasinglot, Taguluan. These culverts will be constructed for the residents' compound's drainage system. Sangguniang Bayan members Roger Achas, Armando Pomar, and Hani Emano Donya accompanied Attorney Nadia during the said turnover. Another turnover transpired in Barangay Mohon as one water hand pump was given to 5 households and another water hand pump to 8 households. There is no denying that the water problem in the municipality is prominent, but the Provincial Governor's Extension Office gives a huge help as a solution to this problem by providing tools to acquire water for the community. Subsequently, the provincial government of Misamis Oriental, represented by PPDO and PEO, participated in the Retooled Community Support Program, or RCSP, of the DILG MISOR Provincial Office, spearheaded by Provincial Director Engineer Marisa Naibe. The RCSP is a convergence mechanism for LGU, particularly in the barangay, for identification of issues and needed government interventions. In preparation for the CY 2022 project prioritization, Assistant Provincial Planning and Development Coordinator Engineer Ron Salva assisted and provided inputs in the orientation on the RCSP for the CY 2021 NTF LCAC target barangays. The series of orientations were held on June 21, June 22, and June 24 with participants from the RCSP core team and barangay officials of Lugait, Manticaw, Naawan, El Salvador, Balingasag, Hasaan, Kinugitan, Medina, and Magsaysay. The provincial government of Misamis Oriental plays a crucial role in the project implementation for CY 2021 NTF LCAC barangays and is fully on board on supporting the shared goal to end local communist armed conflict through providing needed government services and bringing positive change to the community. Also this week, the provincial jail had its following activities that transpired: assisted in the virtual hearing of 61 inmates, released 3 inmates, received 4 inmates, escorted 4 drug dependency evaluation, and escorted 1 psychiatric test. Additionally, the Capital Park office conducted loading of garbage for proper waste disposal, alongside its cleaning of PHO's vaccination area for safety and sanitation purposes. To note, the garbage disposal is set every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the week. Definitely in MISOR, we help you clean. Our mission, our goal. In another update, as of June 24, 2021, the lists of the returning overseas Filipinos transported in Misamis Oriental were safely listed. From June 18 to 24, 2021, the returning OFWs or ROFs in Misamis Oriental were 86. Additionally, locally stranded individuals or LSIs were 394, and the number Misamisnons billeted at Marian Suites by PGMO is 20. For the grand total, there are already 45,889 Misamisnons assisted by PGMO. This is in line with President Rodrigo Duterte's Balik Provincia program, of which Governor Bambi Emano diligently monitors to ensure that arriving Misamisnons are carefully attended to. Queen Exclamador, PIO.
As we make the steps together toward the bright future ahead, we must do so knowing that we will face some tough days. It is our governor's commitment to do everything he can to remain worthy of our continued confidence and trust. I know in my heart that if we make these steps together, we will make this amazing little province so much better in the next 366 remaining days in office. Jinker Sit, PIO.